Cation exchange is the ability of soil particles, clay and humus to attract, retain and release cations. Okay, so what are cations? Cations are positively charged ions such as hydrogen ions, potassium ions, calcium ions, nitrogen ions, phosphorus ions, anything like that. Any positively charged ion is going to be known as a cation. So what we have here in this diagram is we have soil which is negatively charged. So we can see that we have our negatively charges on the outside of our soil particle, and that is what attracts our positive cations to the surface of the soil. As we know from an earlier video, clay soils, due to their larger surface area like here, are going to have a higher rate of cation exchange and are going to be able to exchange nutrients an awful lot better than a sandy soil. So hopefully you remember that our sandy soils were better for drainage, aeration, all those positive things. However, they were very poor at uptaking nutrients. So your clay soils here are going to have very high rates of cation exchange. If you're looking for an example of cation exchange in agriculture is liming. So liming involves the calcium and magnesium ions, which are both basic ions, replacing the aluminium and hydrogen ions through the process of cation exchange. So your aluminium and hydrogen ions are going to be acidic ions, and they're going to leave the soil and allow the introduction of your basic ions such as calcium and magnesium to increase the soil's pH. So that is the main reason we add lime to our land. Our ground rock limestone is to increase the pH of the soil. Okay, so to bring our soil from maybe a 5.2 all the way up to a 6.3. Again, your pH is critical for the uptake of nutrients in your soil. So like this diagram here, if your soil pH is only of 5.5, you're not going to be taking up much of the main nutrients such as your nitrogen, your phosphorus and your potassium. However, if you can increase your pH to 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, you are going to increase the availability of nutrients in your soil. Okay, so the first thing you need to get right with your soil is your pH. Get it between your 6 and 6.5, and then you can work on applying your different types of nitrogen or different types of fertilizers, your whether it be your 18-6-12, your 10-10-20. Get what your soil needs, but until you have your pH of your soil right, you're wasting your time applying fertilizer.